got you. The Mexican Eli stuff. Yes, ma'am. I know it all too well, ma'am. I know it all too well. Them Cardenia dogs. Yes, I know. The doctor dogs. Yes, I know. You know what I'm saying? Because we were going to Monterey. I most definitely know them dogs.
That's my female.
What, right there what Floyd got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before she went to Europe.
Let me ask you a question. What is that dog?
That dog, she's from the Grove Pharaoh. And he has like the Reno and the skull stuff in him. And her mother is like a daughter of Champion Red Gator that is like inbred tap Jeep dog. And her mother, so her grandmother, she's like inbred on the Deadwood stuff, and Deadwood is like
that's mountain ass stuff.
Yeah, the Deadwood stuff.
Yeah.
The deadlift? What she saying? Deadwood or deadlift?
Deadwood.
Okay.
See, Mountain Man had a family of dogs called Deadwood and like Elwood. Elwood, believe it or not, you know, Grand Champion Sandman that Rebel Kennels had. Those are the dogs that the Rebel had, the Deadwood and the Elwood dogs. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
Hold on, OG. Hold on 1 second, OG. Hold on 1 second. Hey, man, look. We got 131 people in the chat. We getting some good information from OG. He giving us the game. He's schooling y'all. Tap that screen, share the live. We need to go to 100K, man. We've been stuck at 64K for a minute. Let's go ahead and tap it up. I'm letting y'all up. I'm bringing everybody in. And he's going to give you the game now. So let's go ahead and tap that screen, man. All right, OG.
I got a dog. Floyd bred a ham dog, his best ham dog and his dagger dog together. So I got the best dagger dog bred to the best, the dagger female bred to the best ham female. You know what I'm saying? He got 4 pups. They Floyd got 2 of them, and another guy got 1, and we got the other. And I got a picture of her on my page. And the reason why I like that, I love the Maverick stuff. But now, I'm going to tell y'all an interesting story. Floyd was actually disappointed in a lot of people. This go back to people not understanding why they get something and using it for what it's for and not what they think. The Skull Dog, Floyd loved the Skull Dog because the Skull Dog was an extremely dog. Get up there, somewhere. You got to. Because if you don't, you're going to end up with a whole lot of Frank Cochran dog, like the Shorty Cowboy dog. Grown dog body with a goddamn puppy leg.
Hey, y'all tap that screen, man. Y'all get to hear from OG. You want to learn about them bulldogs? Tap that screen, man. Tap it in. Okay, you tapping in from Jersey. I'm on TikTok live, but I went ahead and said I'm going to YouTube too. So we both go ahead and get it at the same time. We've been going for about 2 hours, man.
I'm not saying those dogs were not good, but you have to, they are at a physical disadvantage because they are not structurally able to do what they needed to do. You get me? So you have other dogs that were athletic that had half the talent they did, and they could wear those dogs down simply because they had to work too hard to do the same thing that the other motherfucker was doing. So if a Shorty Cowboy dog had to walk 15 feet, 15 times 15 feet, another dog only has to walk 6. So he's using twice as much energy to do what another dog. And see, that's a disadvantage. But when you breed tight, because of the coefficiency, these are the things that you're going to get. So you have to practice things like staggering. You know what I'm saying? To keep the structure of the dogs out, to keep the defects in the dogs out of your dog or to a minimum. You got that? That's how you maintain the family of dogs. Floyd then been showing you that.
Or do you mean, because if you want to contain like the policy in your family of dogs, you should like exactly look at the body structure so they can perform, but you also need them to perform.
Yes.
Because you can go into a show ring from the ADBA or APDR or whatever you have in the USA, and in the end of the day, they'll run your mouth saying like, "Oh, my dog is a true American Pit Bull Terrier," when he only walked around in the show ring.
Right, like case an example, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this right here.
No.
Y'all wanna know something that's really
Let me get a 2-piece snack, spicy. I like
Oh man. ordering.
Yeah, y'all want to know something that I pride myself in? I don't have sick dogs.
Okay.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
that
with
sit
the
in.
puppies. Yeah, and that's
Not just sick dog, even grown dog. I rarely have health issues. But now you have to understand, like if you running Patrick bred dogs have a high percentage of cancer. You got me? And it comes from the breeding techniques that Patrick did. You got me? It comes from the breeding technique. I'm just being honest with y'all. I love Pat to the core of my soul, but Pat rarely stepped out of his yard. You understand what I'm saying? He rarely. So some of the things, the defects in his animal, they became prevalent because he never outsourced his blood. You know what I'm saying? And come back with it. And so those things, they became problems, bro. Just like Shorty Cowboy, that became a problem to the point where, you know, Frank Cochran bred his line of dogs to the point where it's not even usable anymore. You have to understand these things, man. You know what I'm saying? And
I like your thinking. I really like. It's really refreshing. Like because not a lot of people in this breed think like that. You know.
right, and then that's like they discount how a dog looks. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you can't tell a dog. You can't tell a dog by looking at what line he is by looking at him. That ain't true, man. When you've been breeding dogs and you know what you're breeding, you can look at a dog and see what's in that dog, man.
You know, my uncle, and then I'm talking about the 80s. He had like 3 or 4 champions laying on the couch all together. You know, they were like the most social dogs in their own pack, but they like really put in the work when they entered.
Right. Yeah, I got you. You ain't got to go no further. Yeah, I got you.
You know, and those were the Hansel, Patrick Skino dogs, and those were.
Okay, hold on. If I'm not correct, some of the most temperamental dogs coming out the Hansel lines with them Gringo dogs. The Hansel, it was Gringo stuff.
Yes, Gringo.
Yes. Well, I had some Gringo dogs.
From Pilot, Gringo, you know.
Yeah.
We
Now
had those dogs here in Holland. We imported them this way.
Okay, now, one thing that I'm disappointed in, Angelo gave a lot of his dogs to Pena, and I haven't heard anything from Pena. Once Pena got them dogs, you don't hear about. He didn't continue the line, and that's sad. That's really sad. That's really sad.
Hansel dogs. You really can't find any good quality Hansel dog anymore because most of them, they were just bred because of the name, and they really turned those dogs into Amstaffs. You know.
No, they got some out there in California. What's the OG name out there? OG Low, what his name is? The Mexican guy out there in California got those old family red nose. Hempfield out there.
No, the Hansel ain't old family red.
No.
Hansel dogs are not. Hansel dogs were bred to a lot of the Williams dogs and the Tudor dogs. You got me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people didn't breed Hansel dogs. Cause I had Hansel dogs. Well, I didn't have. My grandma and them have. I only got like 1 or 2 of them. But that was when I was young and didn't know no better. The Hansel dog. One of the traits of a Hansel dog, a real Hansel dog, a lot of people didn't like. But see, you have to understand, once again, the proper understanding of the word. Hansel dogs were skittish dogs. In other words, they were the dogs that you call them out the doghouse and they wouldn't come. They you know, they'll stand there and look at you. You understand what I'm saying? They weren't really sociable dogs. Hansel dogs they carried a skittish trait. You got me? And hey, you see down there in the chat, okay, it's a kennel that's in Spain, and they're called Villa Liberty.
That's from my channel.
Yes, they have a lot, and they got a lot of frozen semen and a lot of line-bred Hansel out the Gringo stuff.
No, he's a friend of mine. He lost the semen. He doesn't have it anymore. He doesn't. I know
wow.
he had one of the nicest like collected, but he
Yeah.
lost it because of I don't know, the clinic or whatever. They had like
They
a
lost
breakdown.
power.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll tell you somebody else, y'all, and I'm giving y'all game. Hey man, you really need to go to Central Coast Kennels, man. Central Coast
Oh,
Kennels.
really?
Yes. They
Tap that screen, share the live. Tap that screen. You want to learn about Bulldog
I'm
history?
from Europe.
You on the right
I
channel.
know those people.
Hey man.
Personal.
Hey y'all. Central Coast Kennels actually has like sons and daughters of Hailstone, y'all. Do y'all know
But
who Hailstone?
I need to tell you, Carlos is one of the biggest peddlers.
Yeah, I know. That's why he never look. You know who told me that? Text me.
Oh, Rafa. Oh, he's my buddy.
He had 2 of my dogs on his yard.
Yeah, he's one of the realest. He had them, but I can tell you my uncle beat him.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Okay, now let me ask you this. It's a big controversy in the States dealing with do you have any insight on the recoil dog?
On the who?
Recoil.
I heard of those, but that's South Africa.
Yep, that's
Recoil.
South Africa. I was just
It's
wondering.
Rico Buck or whatever.
Yeah, it's recoil buck.
Yeah.
See, recoil buck is really famous over there, and his sire is Braveheart's Clamp. And we had the first champion out of recoil out of Braveheart Clamp.
You know what it is with South Africa, and I love all my brothers from South Africa. Don't get me wrong, but the competition is so low over there.
Yep.
That it's very easy for them to make champions, grand champions, or whatever.
It is.
So they would even let little mates go.
But you know what he started to do? He started to send a lot of his dogs to the Philippines and Puerto Rico.
Oh yes, that was a very, very smart move. He also told me I could get a free puppy if I just paid shipping.
Yeah, hey, look, he's been reaching out to me for 6 years, begging me to get frozen semen. He say, look, just pay the shipping.
Yeah.
He done sent me the most.
He's saying it to everybody. Like he
sends you the.
He was like, I will send you a pup. Just
yeah, he will send you all the paperwork. He'll send you the mobility rate of the semen. Yeah. He will send you anything that you need to know. And so he just got to the point where he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just send the dogs to Philippines and Puerto Rico.
But that's the best move.
Yes, it is. Look what happened.
For everybody, a best move to send your dogs to China, Philippines, or whatever. Those countries surrounding it, because it's legal over there.
Let me tell you. You know who has 19 odd dogs? 7292. China 72.
How is his name?
Yes.
Joshi. I don't know.
I don't know how to say his name. The first name is Jin. You know who I'm talking about? Jin something.
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, we sent. We had champion Rawhide last. You understand what I'm saying? Because Pitbull brother went back and he left the yard with us, and so we sold the last that we bred.
Rafa sent him as well, the dogs.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
You remember that?
Yeah, I know which kind of. Didn't they go into captain as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Tap the screen. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying to get 100K. Let's make it to 100K. Let's make it to 100K, man.
Yeah.
They popped it up in 2 issues and then took it out because they didn't want nobody. That's when we found out people were paying to have stuff taken out the journal.
Man, that's just childish.
But see, it did support puppies being sold.
But that's like the ADBA as well. It needs to benefit them, It needs to benefit them. It doesn't need to benefit the breed. It has to benefit their pockets.
But that was mostly going. Now I will say this: that stuff like that was mostly going on when the Greenwoods had it. But now since Adam them and Patsy them had, they're trying their best. Excuse me, they're trying their best to correct a lot of stuff that was going
I
on.
love Teddy. She and her son Adam. They are like very close. They are like
Straight up.
both in war with everything. You know.
They're honest people.
Yes, for sure. I only deal with them. So if I do the ADBA on my dogs, I only go to them. I will email them directly.
Right. See, that's my thing. Those
But
are the only.
I've been registering dogs with them already like 20, 25 years.
Me too.
Right
Me too.
so, you know, you develop a friendship, you know, no bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Hey man,
Those dogs that I have in my profile, the left one is a Hensel dog. The middle one is a country boy, and the right one is a son of Champion Ben. That's like from Brian's kennel, and the Kino stuff, the Petrokino stuff. And those are all winning dogs, and they are like kumbayaing.
You know,
they live in the same households.
I got sons and daughters straight off of Hollywood Bull.
My friend is also on this journey with those dogs. But
yes, I got Gaston Mayday buck dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I got
Gaston dogs are nice.
But see, I only got the Gaston down at the Shy Baby. See, this is why I went this way. I really firmly believe that Buck was a golden boy dog, not
a once in a lifetime dog.
Yeah, like a gator. You know, he's listed as Little Tater, but Little Tater is more bolio than he is Tombstone. If you pay attention to what happened, Gaston dogs, the Gaston Shy Baby and Heartbreak stuff was totally different from all the other bolio dogs.
Do you know y'all see Grand Champion Buck?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that dog?
I mean, to me, it's what's going on now. It's a Hollywood. It's a Hollywood.
Oh, you keep it a bit. You said fuck Buck.
Yeah, because I'm saying if you're gonna breed a dog, don't breed the Buck, but breed to the mama and the daddy. That's why I said that. I'm not saying that Buck is not a good dog.
No. You right. Yeah. You never said that. You never said that though. You never said Buck was the bullshit dog.
No, what I said is if you're going to breed that family of dogs, you go to what's proven, and the mother and the father are the proven dogs. You got me?
They're the proven producers.
Yes.
Yes, the produce. You breed to the producer because that's I rather breed to a producer than breed to a champion or grand champion. Just to be honest, you know.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to tell you. I didn't mean it like Buck wasn't shit. I'm saying if I'm going to their yard,
y'all making the owner cry. You see that?
No, because guess what? He still has a sire in the dam.
I don't know if he has them. Do you?
Yeah, I know for a fact he does.
He's saying parents gone.
All those dogs are down my way. And I don't know if y'all been paying attention to it or not. Hey man, the Hollingsworth dogs, especially the bull bred dogs, and the red pirate dogs and stuff. Hey man, they're really making an impact on the game right now, y'all. They really are, man. You just got to go in there and look and see, bro.
Hey, do you got a son here in North Carolina?
Me?
Yeah.
I have friends in North Carolina.
Because I got it's one of my childhood friend father. I swear when he getting into deep conversations, he in a deep conversation when he hit this two words and hey man.
Hey man, that just hit me, man.
Yeah.
See, I got some bolio stuff coming out of Russia. From Donna Ming's for Grand Champion Holly, Pepsi Team's Holly.
Those are she was a badass. When she was like active, my God, nobody was safe.
She was
a tiny red-nosed female dog.
And
Man.
she was bred to Patrick's tiger.
Yeah, I know. They sent it a lot of the blazing stuff and the Mary stuff as well.
Oh, you talking about the blitz and stuff?
Yeah.
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 Hey, man, let me tell y'all something. I'm finna tell y'all something I know for a fact now. Hey, man, when Blitzen hit the state in '85, bro, when I tell you that man,
can you put up God show? Sorry to interrupt.
you know when that man hit the states in '85. When I tell you that man put a stop to some lines, bro, and one of the lines that he put a stop to in the states is the dirty marriage stuff, bro. Hey, man, that man got some of the best balls and bolio dogs, bro. Hey, man, I'm telling you, he had the best, bro.
So my top half is all that Grand Champion Harley. My bottom half is straight from Mile Kenshard, the Blitzen's daddy blood. That's my Bolio Boyle stuff. Then I have the Crow blood that's coming from the Villa to the Mayday.
Hey, man, a lot of these dogs that we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's not the fact that these people got these dogs because they did their research, they did background check, they talked to people. Hey, man, it's not hard, bro. These dogs are out here, bro. They're out here, man.
See, the only bloodline that makes me kind of iffy sometimes is Homer blood. And the reason why I say that, Mountain Man. The reason why I say that is that if you look at history, Mountain Man, Homer, and Jibo, both are the only Rom dogs in that whole bloodline. The Jibo bloodline, they're the only Rom, and the Homer bloodline, he's the only Rom.
Okay, I can answer that question. You know why? Because in order for you to think that something is wrong, I want you to think about this. 95% of Rebel Kennel yard was Mountain Man's yard.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so with that being said, let's get something straight. A lot of active people during that time got dogs from Mountain Man. And one thing that I can tell you, most active people during that time did not register, did not do anything with their dogs, bro, other than be active with their dogs. So Mountain Man fell hard. He fell underneath the situation where, hey man, a lot of people didn't report, say this, say that about his dog. Wrong wise, get credit where credit was due because of the fact that his dogs were actually dominant for damn near 10, 15 years, bro. When I say dominant,
coming down off of, we've had there's a dog out there a long time ago called Buster. Strickland had him coming right off a tank.
Yeah, I know exactly. I can tell you, his chain spot was right next to Hot Dog.
My brother owns Buster at the end. So we had stuff off of Nailer, Tank, Billy, and they're good dogs.
Calculating route.
Yeah, but they man bite.
1 miles ahead. Go north
But
on
not
College
just
Street and then
you
keep
just have to
left
go
on West
through.
Railroad.
You have to have a higher
And
percentage.
mute up, yo. We hear your GPS.
Hey, Strickland dogs were man biters, bad, bro.
Yeah, they're sketchy.
Yeah, hey man, just walk in that man's yard, man. If you fuck around and veer to the left or the fucking right, you'll lose a fucking leg, man. His dogs were extremely people aggressive, bro. Extremely.
Sketch balls.
Huh?
The skittish.
Yard are we talking? Sorry.
I mean, you know, that's why a lot of people didn't fool with the Strickland dog. I know the street. See, all these dogs are dogs that I grew up around. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to what I was telling you about, about a lot of the Red Boy stuff. You know, they bred a lot of the Red Boy stuff into the Cottonham stuff, the Strickland stuff, the Burns stuff. You know what I'm saying? And those dogs were, but see, here's the thing. Hey man, you got a great dog on your yard, but you got the goddamn feet, the motherfucker with a broomstick.
See, I had a daughter straight off of Cruz Rocky, bred to a triple bred deadlift dog.
Okay, so you had a Red Boy Tonka dog.
No, deadlift stuff is the
Oh,
Cruz
you
Rocky
said deadlift.
Yeah, deadlift comes off of is a Jocko dog.
Yeah, yeah. Now
But,
that's something that disappeared. That hit the dog community hard.
Pardon, fellas. So are y'all telling me that
Ju-
bloodline you could feed your own dogs as the owner?
Now he just give you an
Yeah.
example like how much drive they have. They be trying to nip at you and stuff like that, bite at
listen,
you and stuff.
I have a dog now, and I showed him earlier. I have a Croatian, a crow dog that's right off of is a double grandson of Osiris. That he won't try to bite you on purpose, but if you want to stop, he when he wants to get something, he's gonna get it. He's so focused. He wouldn't do it on purpose, but he needs to put his mouth on something.
Hey man, it's breeders out here, and I know this sounds crazy, man, but it's breeders out here, and Burns and Strickland were like that. Burns and Strickland dogs were not socialized whatsoever. They were people aggressive. They didn't care nothing about a dog. They didn't have a problem with dogs like that. You got me? I know a lot of dudes.
Strickland really never sold dogs to the public.
No, that's what I'm saying. They got the dogs that the public didn't want. They got the dogs that didn't nobody. In other words, they had dogs that they physically finna tell you if you walk their yard, do not veer to the left or the right because you will lose a leg. He's telling you that. He's literally telling you that. And it's for the fact that some people don't have a problem owning dogs like that. Some people don't.
There's some dogs out there that are one dog owners.
Yes, absolutely so. Absolutely so. The hippier
But
dogs.
there's a difference. So you have men biters and you have men eaters. So men eater would like go after anybody, like even his owner. A man biter, it can be like selective. So it will not attack the owner or the people it knows. But outside people it will. So, I don't really have a personal issue with the man biter if the owner can handle it professionally,
Yes,
you know.
that part.
But a man eater in my book, it like the person just said in the chat, like would not exist. It will go away. It will
Right.
get unalive.
Yeah, cool. They'll call there. Yeah, yeah. But Strickland,
That's a trait you don't breed.
right? But Strickland and
Exactly.
Burns was the ones that are breeded trying to change. You got me? So
Yeah, I'm not experienced with that yard
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those dogs.
they were. And anybody that's ever had any dealing with Strickland and Burns know they had them type dogs on their yard, bro. I'm telling you that. I don't want their yards, man. I'm telling you.
I'm more like the European expert.
That's just like hemp heel dogs. The simple fact that they will want some of the most docile dogs that you ever see. A hemp heel dog, you can have a hemp heel dog for 6 years. And you be the only owner and give it to somebody that they've never seen a day in it, and it would be no problem.
Yeah, I think those dogs were more because they were not that greatly selected.
Yes.
They most of those dogs. If I hear that bloodline, it's the same a little bit like the old fern dogs. I think of hog hunting. Those dogs
Yes.
most of the time they will do hog hunting.
Yeah, or weight pulling.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
someone in the chat say
exactly.
gambler.
Those-
Virgil.
Yeah, those dogs are more like the American Stafford dogs nowadays.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said gambler. Listen, Virgil was a man biter.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
hold on. Which gambler are you talking about, man?
The
I
one who
think
had Virgil.
Virgil?
Yeah.
Okay, Virgil Gambler? No, that's not true. That's
He
not
wasn't
true.
a
I
man
think he
biter?
was selective. He was
No.
selective.
Hey, man, Virgil walked the yard, bro, without a lead.
Yeah, I know he slept with the cat as well. That picture.
Yeah, but
that's not a- that's not a-
I
that's
love
not a
that
person.
picture.
No, Virgil walked the yard.
No. Both of y'all right though. Both of y'all right. Gambler said that he looked at Virgil because he tried to fight him, but he did walk the yard and he did sleep with a cat.
And he never attacked not one single dog on the yard.
Yeah, but that's like different. But if like he probably smart.
Yeah, some dogs just have their preference. All they're not necessarily man bite. They might just bite a specific person. They may feel a, you know, it just some dogs. All of them don't act like that. You know.
They have human knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't mind if
It's
my I know
always
my
that.
dogs don't bite. I know which one will bite. But some of
Oh
them,
yeah, I
when
know
they're
for sure.
if you can have a dog that doesn't bite, but if it's around or next to a dog that do bite, it may start acting like it want to bite somebody, and
Yeah.
it's really not a people biter.
Yeah, but as an owner, you should like know your dog and know the signals your dog will give, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something a lot of dogmen or people owning pit bulls they lack because they breed puppies or buy puppies, they put it on the chain, they don't socialize, they don't teach them manners anymore, and then they expect the dog to act
Perform.
properly
OG,
Yeah,
you
for
just,
perform.
all
OG,
the
you just said
occasion.
that. OG just said that. I mean, like an hour before you came in there too, sweetheart.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that then proves the point that we're on the same golf length or
like,
level.
hey y'all, one thing that I do, every dog that I have, man, that dog gonna spend damn near the whole first year of his life in my house.
Oh yeah, I do the same.
Hey,
Yeah,
old
yeah.
school. They
OG
want to know
also
about.
said
They
that
want to know about Tant
it's
Yellow
not.
John.
Sorry?
They want to know.
Yellow
Do you
John?
got any information on Tant's Yellow John?
Yeah, I seen Yellow John.
Those dogs are nice.
Hey man, those were Fletcher dogs. Those were not Tant dogs. Those were Fletcher dogs.
We have the grand champion Betty Jr. and everything.
Man, what? Keep talking.
Yeah, we have the Betty Jr. dogs that that's with the yellow in there, and we have like the Yakuza dogs, like Indian. How's he? Mr.
Yeah.
Indian. Mr. Indian. He was one of the most terrible man-eater dogs in Europe, but everybody in the Balkan wanted a piece of it because those dogs were such game dogs.
That's just like, hey, want me to tell you a line here in the States that's like that? The red pirate stuff. The red pirate stuff is like that. They're just animalistic type of dogs.
I see that Red Fire. They also in the dogs from Carlos.
Yes, yes, because
He has it in the back as well.
yeah, because
But they sometimes they're skittish.
yeah, they cross well with the Hollisworth dogs. You got me? They
And to
cross.
battle around because I don't see any any behind.
Oh no, he OG's phone probably wrong. His phone probably
Yeah, I
wrong.
think. Yeah, he's very knowledgeable. Very nice to talk to him.
Oh yeah, for sure. He got knowledge for days.
Yeah, it's nice talking with such a person.
So
Yes, Paul
so where
Derek,
you at
such
in
a
Holland?
justice chef.
You in Holland?
Yeah, I'm in Holland. I wanted to buy APPT, CPT. I wanted to buy Poetic Justice Samuel Jackson. That male I wanted to buy. But
How long
they
how
don't.
long have you been in the dogs? Cause it ain't that often that we hear a woman talk dog pit bull history.
Well, I was raised with pit bulls. So my uncles they were in the sport with those dogs. So I really rolled in with those dogs. So and I've been owning them myself now 20-25 years.
I realized she was a dog woman when I brought up like about 6 months ago when I brought up Grand Champion Harley, and she knew everything about it.
Yeah, but that dog really it blowed down like everything. We had the Smart Kennel Forum back then, and they it was like a very active Russian board, and they were uploading all the working videos of the dogs, and she was one of them with all the videos as well, and everybody was blown away that a female as her with her time was that good. And even she even blow away how was the female grand champion she went into a male as well. It was a black female with white in the face, also from the ablazing.
She beat a blizzard in 6 minutes.
Bed Rosemary. She even blew away Bed Rosemary. And Bed Rosemary, she went into a male because nobody with a female would dare to go against her.
Damn. That's a
Yeah,
bad dog.
that's like those are dogs that were like 20, 25 years ago or something like that.
I got her like 4 times in my mail.
Oh, that's nice. It's so nice that somebody like preserved her because she was a badass.
Donna
Like,
Ming,
she was a tiny.
Donna
I
Ming
seen her once.
ran her blood.
Who?
Donna Ming and Dragon and Tiger Kennels, they ran.
Oh yeah, Dragon and I know them. Yeah.
They ran her blood. They have it coming down off of. They have it tight coming off of an inbred son off of Donna Ming's one time. And then you have Champion Luther coming down off of that stuff too.
Oh,
So
yeah,
Luther is my dog's grandfather.
Oh my God, that's so great. Those dogs were nice, and even for the dogs in Russia, those dogs put Russia on the map.
I got a question for you. So in Europe, do y'all just like stay in your and how would you say country, like just Holland, or do you travel around Europe with them?
No, we travel. It's like you can compare it to like the USA. Like y'all have states, and for us it's like countries because it's like we're like I drive 2 or 2.5 hours and I'm already in another country.
They do conventions where it'd be 7 different countries.
Yes.
Oh, y'all can get down for real, for real.
Yeah, but they do that in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? They do that in Mexico too now.
Dominica as well lately.
Yes, they have picked up massively. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, they done stepped their game up like serious.
I'm so
Who's
proud of my Caribbean brothers.
Yeah, and you know who gets credit? You know who gets a lot of credit for that? Black Rock.
Oh, I was just going to say something about that, Black Rock.
Yeah. They actually are support. Yeah, but he's sending a lot of animals there, and he's supporting
the community
the movement. You got her?
Yeah. I hear there
You
are
know what I'm saying?
great ones in Cuba.
Yeah. Like Ecuador, what they have? They have Ecuador has what? Victor, got Capital Kennels, the German over there.
Victor is not really. Victor is not respect. He is though. I mean no harm, but A-Card. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, here's the thing with Victor. We discovered real quick that Victor was a peddler. Victor was in it for the money. Because he did nothing to solidify and preserve those animals. You know what I'm saying? It took Chico Lopez and other people to do what he should have did. If he would have did what he was supposed to do, then it would have made a better impact on the community. You got me? But he did.
You look at Pitt Island. Pitt Island had Boomer and never pulled straws off of him.
Because back then, now, you gotta understand something now. Back then, pulling straws off a dog was expensive. We didn't have that like that. You know what I'm saying? There weren't no banks like that.
I realize.
Yeah, there weren't no banks like that.
I'm up in New England area, so it's more expensive. New York, New England area. I know in North Carolina they got that lady. What is it called? Infinite Canine. They'll drive. They have a mobile puller now for $350.
Yeah, but you got Hey man, in 2000, man, it would cost you $7,000 a year to hold semen, bro.
Damn.
Hey man, it was not that many banks like that. You understand what I'm saying? The banks that were available back then, you had influential people like people that had $1 million racehorses and stuff like that. Those were the ones that were utilized. So the market was a different market. It wasn't really available for common people. You get me? Yeah. So that's why a lot of that didn't exist. You understand what I'm saying? You had people like Villa Rico and Central Coast Kennels, they had the money to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a group of these people. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a difference when you have a camp and you're just an individual. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, it's people like Mountain Man couldn't do stuff like that. You know, Mountain Man couldn't afford to put 20 grand into frozen semen.
No,
You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
ask y'all a question right quick? Can I ask y'all a question, please, sir?
Yeah.
When y'all said Victor didn't do his part, why do y'all say that?
Because Victor did things like, you could be a normal person. He'd strip your animal or anything and just breed it and don't care what who you were or nothing. If you had that 4 or 5 grand that he wanted to breed his dog, he's gonna breed. You know what I'm saying? Man, Mayday was bred damn near 150 times, bro. Does that sound like somebody that was doing it with a purpose?
Yeah, but I see this happening a lot in the
I
USA.
think most,
We are more selective
rom
breeders over
dogs
here.
get bred though like that.
Sorry.
No,
So
sir,
I
that's
think
not
he's saying that the bloodline
That's
should still be
no,
here.
yeah, that's true.
It still should be around up tight and close somewhere.
It is.
Yes.
Because
No,
if
it's
you
not.
look at Black Paz was
Do you know anybody that has a son?
and he made Rom.
Hey, man. Yes. Hey, man, it's millions of dogs. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but if you know your history in these dogs, there's a lot of dogs that made wrong. Look at Deacon, bro. How many times do you think Deacon was bred, bro?
But some of those dogs
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dogs.
Like
No, they're not,
Jeep was
sir.
bred like that. Frisco was bred like that.
No, hold on. Check this out. If you go back and you look at the dogs that Jeep was bred within the family. You know what I'm saying? It was a pattern to what Jeep was going on with Jeep. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that Jeep was bred to was successful stuff, like rascal stuff, Jeep rascal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Hey, man, you keep going down. Man, maybe they would be dogs that were scatterbred. Do you understand what I'm saying? He went for the money, bro. He went for the money. Do you know anybody that has a son or grandson off of Mayday right now?
Hello, guys.
It might be some dogs off of ours still living. If they is, they got to be like old as hell. Yeah. I know
Bro,
I know where grandson and Mayday at. I know where grandson and Mayday at.
Where?
Yeah,
Tiger got
much you have to. Yeah. I know somebody that has a son off of Luke Kane. There's nobody that has a living son off of Mayday, bro.
No, I said a grandson.
Okay, who?
I said Titan Kennels. He got that dog off of that other boy dog.
No, they don't. That's not a. No, he doesn't. In order for that dog to be alive, man, that dog would have to be 28 years old, bro.
He came off of frozen semen, bro.
Who had frozen semen off of Mayday?
No, a son of Mayday, he's saying.
Hello. Son off of Mayday. Case an example. Let me ask you a question.
There's semen off of Luke Kane.
One of the lines that I think, yeah. There's a son of Luke Kane.
Yeah, there's semen off of
There's a son of Luke Kane on the ground.
Something like 17,000 for the semen off of Luke Kane.
Yeah. But now let me ask you a question. Would you rather have that semen or would you rather have Richard Ramirez semen?
Oh, I go with Ramirez. Sorry.
You damn right.
You know why I'm saying
Luke Kane produced better than Richard Ramirez, though.
No, but Richard Ramirez, he didn't have a chance to produce it.
No, he did not.
Look at the breedings made with Mayday, Macho Bird, Luke Kane, whatever y'all said in the chat. Those dogs were bummed that their balls were still doing the job. They were bred so many times. It wasn't like, yeah.
You know who was better than Macho Buck? And who produced better than Macho Buck?
I don't like Macho Buck dogs today.
You know who produced better than Macho Buck?
Who, Macho Bear?
No, produced than Macho
Don't
Buck.
say that. Chico Lopez.
Macho Bear 2. No, Macho Bear 2. Macho Bear 2 produced better quality dogs.
Yeah,
I promise you he did. I disagree with that. And you go back and look at his. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey man, once again we going on opinion. Hey man, but I'm not talking about opinion. I'm talking about I own them. I own dogs off of Macho Bear too. And there's some of the most successful dogs I've ever had.
I had dogs that reclove Macho Buck.
Yeah, and the Macho Buck dogs, I'm not a big fan of the Macho Buck. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the contributing of it, but you have to be really selective with the Macho Buck dogs. You really do, bro. You have to be selective on what you choose in the Macho Buck. But the Macho Bear dogs, it's a proven fact that dog, that Macho Bear 2 and that Macho Bear stuff is producing, and it has been. It always has been. People are just not paying attention, bro. They're not paying attention. You'd be surprised. Like, there are dogs out here that lines that have produced amazing dogs. And those dogs have been amazing for 10, 15, 20 years. Like, case in example, how many of y'all know about Kizzenball dogs? Kizzenball dogs. I mean, y'all need to go do some history. Kizzenball dog dominated the South for damn near 10 years.
I have an excuse. I'm from Europe. I have an excuse.
Kizzenball dog was so dominant, they got Kizzenball in the Hall of Fame. But very few people know. Man, it's sides of this game that people don't talk about because of the level of what those people, were on. There are levels to these dogs, bro. There are dogs, like case in example.
I'm trying to search this dog, the Kizzenball dog, and I don't even...
Yeah. Like case in example, when everybody talk about a double grand champion, the first dog that everybody talk about is Tornado. But now, what's another double grand champion? That was before her. Frank Jacobs, Assassin 2 was a double grand champion.
And he went to Europe.
Yeah.
And he was conditioned and competed by a European Dutch guy.
Yes. And then he produced a son that was a double grand champion. But y'all don't talk about that.
Yeah, my
Y'all
friend
don't talk
still
about
has
that.
assassin dogs.
Hey, let's tap that screen, man. Let's make it to 100K.
How are you guys?
Let's make it to 100K. Tap that screen, man. We at 86K.
He was a great one. We had even grand champion Rasta girl from that dog.
Yes, man, those were great dogs. And a lot of people don't even know the contributions that Frank Jacob made. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
Yeah, but I think because they went overseas and a lot of people just, they're minding their business in the USA.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't nobody talk about the Gunner dogs or the Alien dogs. Hey, man, these were great lines of dogs, bro. Great.
Yeah, that was racist as hell, though.
Yeah, a lot of people were. Hell, a lot of people were, bro. But here's the thing, though, man. Let me say, I come from that time. Let me explain something about that. I know people that were dead-ass racist all the way around the board. But once you step over that wall, bro, all that shit go out the door. You'd be amazed at how people respect you for what they were doing and not who you are after you've established yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Look, sir, this the dog you're talking about, isn't it? That is double grand champion assassin.
Yeah.
And that's a picture not a lot of people have of him.
See, people don't know about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's his name again? What's his name?
Double grand champion assassin.
Yeah, that's Frank Jacobs' dog. And that dog
And he went to Peter Parker in Holland.
Yes.
And that's a friend of my uncle.
And then, hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all something that a lot of people don't know. Hey man, Frank Jacobs owned that dog, but he bought that dog. That dog was bred by a black man.
Yes, he was.
He was bred by a black man.
He was already old, by the way.
Yes, he was. He was about 8 years old right there?
Yeah, something like that.
And then to make it so bad, he produced the grand champion.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I can find a picture of him that he's younger. Let me look.
Hey man, and so y'all know, let me explain something, okay? I know Frank Jacobs in his Frank is passed. But I knew Frank Jacobs and his dad, and his brother. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you remember we got a chance and we were talking about what I had seen before. You know what I'm saying? I told you I seen Sandman.
Yeah,
You know
to my
Sandman in Buck?
Rebels Kennel Sandman.
Yeah, uh-huh. You know why I got a chance to see Sandman and Buck? Because it was at Frank Jacobs' in house.
Here you go. Here he was
Yeah,
younger.
that's the picture that Billy
Then
put
a
on
lot
the
of people
pedigree.
know of him. Yeah.
Nope.
Let me put it better. That's
There
him.
you
He
Hey
was
man.
young. I think he was 3 years, 4 years in this picture.
Nah, I think he was like 27 months in that picture.
Yeah.
And the
He was
reason
a
why
nice looking
the reason why I say that right there is because of the collar he got on. You see that collar he got on? That collar was on Frank's wall.
Pitbull or Canicos, huh?
But
It's
now,
like
hey,
he's a grandson of champion Yellow John, I think, or
yeah,
what?
yeah, sure is.
Well, let me
Hey,
know.
hey man, and so that's why, brother, when you said something about Yellow John, whoever said something about Yellow John, those first wave of Yellow John dogs and Yellow dogs, see, Yellow dogs and Yellow John dogs were totally different type of dogs.
Look my
Yellow,
Canicos.
yeah, Yellow was a walk dog. He was never rushed. Yellow John was a go take care of business dog. Yellow John took care of business like he was a short order cook. He didn't play. Most of those Red Boy Jocko dogs that Fletcher had, the reason why we paid attention to them dogs is because they didn't play the fucking radio, bro. Those dogs were dead serious. They were structured nice. They were the whole 9 yards, man. Hey man, those dogs were fucking beast mode, bro. Beast mode. And the sad thing about it is Fletcher just dominated everybody with them dogs. That's why David Tent and goddamn and Cruz goddamn went to get them dogs from him. But do you hear Tent say anything about that?